You mentioned the part that creators play when it comes to exposing, the beautiful sides of different countries. You talked about how you saw pictures of places in Bauchi, so you're not just a tour operator, you're not just a travel enthusiast, you're a content creator.
Yes.
So tell us about that part, how this side of content creating is actually helping the tourism industry, basically.
Okay, so I'm very sure you're familiar with the term content creation. It means you go to a place, you try to project a particular product or a particular area from your pictures, your story about this place. Videos. And I think for me, combining these two craft has really helped, because I know people who come to my page just because they need to find a destination within Nigeria to explore. And you put out Nigeria in really good light. You actually create content, pictures, you write about the place. It helps people get pre-knowledge about this place before they get to this place.
Make decisions also.
Yeah. I know people who join my tours because they say, one tour is going to take really amazing pictures. Or I feel really confident because I feel like she has been there and she has seen this place. And this is all because you put out content there, you put out pictures and word about this place. So content creation actually does a lot to tourism in Nigeria. But some spots don't actually allow you to create content because
which is what I don't understand.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I think people should really move on from that and stop limiting people. People come to your space to create content. It exposes your place to people. And that's good for business. It can never be bad. I understand the need to, ensure security is in place and all that. But really,
I went with, there's this girl, she's really popular. I don't know if you know her, Toke Travels.
Okay.
She's been to all the states in Nigeria. So we wanted to do a trip to Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
And we went to Ikotabasi. It's very funny that they have a lot going on in Ikotabasi and people
have absolutely no idea.
No idea. So we went to this bridge called German Bridge. And the locals were like, oh, no. It wasn't even there. So we're going to their war museum because that's where the war museum is located at.
War museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we got there, the policemen were like, oh, no, you cannot bring out your camera. We're like, we're trying to project this place and you people are stopping us. People don't know about this place. People don't know the treasures in this place. And we're like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do this. We got so angry. And we had to move away from there. We went into the villages and we had to meet someone. Please, can you actually follow us? Because we want to do a vlog of this place. They actually have the Lord Lugat's office there. They have his house there. They have the museum. They have Anutaiwa Beach. They have a lot going on there. They have the Bridge of No Return. And people actually...
Sounds interesting.
It's really interesting. You can take a boat to the Opobo land. I'm very sure you've heard of the Opobo land.
Yes.
So it's really beautiful. They have a lot going on there, but it's the fact that people just come out from nowhere and they're like, oh, you cannot create content, you cannot record, and it doesn't really help project these places.
Yeah, and I think it's important to do that. But another thing I would like to ask you about is, you mentioned Bauchi as one place. Give me another place that you feel Nigerians or people outside of the country need to visit. One place you would recommend, or I'm on the top of my list. This is a place that anybody who's asking me, I don't really have money, but where can I start from? Tell me about, a place you recommend.
I would recommend Cross River.
Cross River? Okay.
I would recommend Cross River, but they have a poor maintenance culture currently, but they have Obudu. Obudu is very beautiful. Extremely beautiful. I always tell people if you want to go to Obudu, you need to eliminate the luxury travel and just do the adventure, because Obudu is very beautiful. People come from far and wide too. And you don't have to spend so much money. Imagine going to Kenya and experiencing all of that, and when you can actually get to here in Nigeria.
Right.
So Obudu is top. Cross River State is top of my list.
Good. I love that. But you talked about within Nigeria and you talked about outside of Nigeria. For some people, affording even travel within Nigeria can be a little bit on the high side. And part of your job is to encourage more people, to want to travel.
Definitely.
So what would you tell them, is a good way to make plans to save, towards making this become more of a lifestyle for them?
Okay. If you're not in 95, I'll tell you, you cannot really say, oh, I'm saving up for travel. Because travel happens. You have to be spontaneous. if you really want to travel and enjoy yourself. But then again, you can actually set you can actually have a wallet where you just save up for travels, and then you have a scale of preference. Oh, I want to go to this place. Can I actually do a solo trip to this place, or do I have to join a group? Oh, okay, what's my budget, or what am I looking to explore? There are people who want to experience, who want adventures. There are people who are looking for luxury. Do I have money to actually afford this thing? Okay, say I'm going for a luxury trip. I have to obviously save. Or you can take, there are people who take, I wouldn't say take a loan to travel, but there are people who do it.
That's
take
serious.
a loan to travel. But I don't want to advise now and then tomorrow, because the government is currently readjusting PTA. So if you want to travel, it's easy to get PTA. PTA actually makes it easy. So that's like a personal travel allowance.
Yes,
so it makes it cheaper for you and it's easier. So it's not even about saving now. It's okay, how much can I actually spend for this particular trip? Is this top my scale of preference?
Yeah.
Why do I want to go to this place?
Yes.
And then you can, okay, now I have so money. Let me go to the bank, try and get PTA. Can this cover me? Should I join a group? Should I get someone to travel with? Travel is a spontaneous act. I feel like you cannot really save to travel, because if you want to save to travel, something will always happen.
Wow. So in other words, travel is for the rich.
It's not for the rich. Anybody can travel. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Everybody can travel. I feel like saving is for the rich.
Saving is for the rich.
Yeah.
So if you
when it comes to travel, yeah, saving is for the rich, because imagine I want to go to Benin Republic and I'm trying to save money. It's not going to work.
Okay. So what you recommend is for people to
just have a budget you're planning to spend.
Okay.
Get someone who is if you feel like you want to do a solo trip, obviously you look out for Airbnbs. They're cheaper than hotels.
True.
Or you can actually look out for hotels. There's this thing called, there's this platform. I've not used it in a very long while.
Okay.
But then you get to look for people who can actually accommodate you. It's a cheap way to travel as well.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have DMCs in these countries, DMCs are people that help you with trips. They can also help you. You say, okay, please, can you house me in your house? I want to explore this place.
Okay.
And you give them a token. So Airbnbs, you have booking.com. You don't really have to bank on tour operators now.
Yeah.
Or you have bookings.com, you have Airbnbs, and you have DMCs. So if you want to save up, you might be saving forever.
Hey, God.
I feel like you should just save up for very luxury trips. But for people who just want to explore, don't save up. Just have little money and try and find ways,
within that budget to make it happen for yourself.
Exactly.
That makes so much sense. But I'm going to say this. Not all travel is for the purpose of tourism. Most are for seeking greener pastures elsewhere. And according to a recent study, about 12,595 Nigerians relocated to Canada in 2019. And 73% of our population here in Nigeria is ready or willing to relocate permanently abroad with their families. So, I mean, people are traveling, but not for the purpose of tourism. So what's a better way to go out and see the world? Is it to move out permanently, go and explore the opportunities, employment, academic opportunities, go outside and see what the world is like? Is it to move out permanently or, to just travel occasionally? What's the best way to go out and see the world?
I would definitely say occasionally, traveling occasionally. But then again, people get the opportunity to travel to school, to work, and it also helps them see these places.
Yeah.
But I'd always say, because I advocate for going out, seeing the world, and coming back to make money. But if you feel like you're going out to make money, obviously you can travel. Okay. From there, you can always travel to places. I currently have a friend who just moved. She just moved to the UK. But then we're planning trips, and we actually have the trip for September. Wow. So now this is her trying to save money. This is her trying to gather money. And then it's also it's easy for her. Now, one thing about traveling from Nigeria or traveling with the Nigerian passport is if you've not been to the UK, you've not been to US, Schengen countries, basically, you don't have access to travel to loads of countries. So she needed to go to Canada, UK rather, so she can actually have access to travel to a particular country.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So if you travel
That's an added advantage.
yeah,
right?
it really helps. It really